Hi everyone, good afternoon. This is Anusha. So today we are going to discuss about command line interface (CLI). So CLI tool in Python we are going to discuss today. So CLI tool allow user to interface with your program via command entered in a terminal or command prompt. A command line interface or CLI is a way of interacting with the program through a text-based commands rather than graphical interface. So this is basically particularly useful when we need to automate a task or when we want to interact with a program in a streamlined and scriptable manners. So today our goal is to build a simple task manager where we can add task, list task, mark them as completed all through the command lines. So first ensure that you have a Python installed on your system. So the script or we are writing will interact with the command line and we will save the task data to a file. We will use the built-in Python libraries AiSPRY, JSON and OS. So now let's start with the Python coding. So first let's import the required libraries. Okay. So we are importing parts and we are importing JSON and we are importing OS. So we are importing ARPAs to handle a command line arguments, JSON to handle a task data storage, and OS to check if the task file already exists. Okay, so now let's handle the function. So we are taking one variable called task underscore file. I'm taking a tasks dot JSON. Okay, so now let's go to the function to load the task from the file. So we are going to take a function to load tasks from file, right? So now we have to define function. So for that we are using def load underscore task. So now if os dot path dot exist, so we are taking task file with open task file. So we read as file. So we're returning the JSON dot load file. So after that, return. Okay. So now again we are writing a function to save the tasks to file. Okay. So for that again we are defining the function as I said, save tasks. This task with open task file Write small letter as 5. So now, so basically, this has to be indentation. Okay, fine. So now, again, JSON dot dump into a tasks dot file. Till here, it's clear. So what exactly we are doing here? So we are creating a variable called tasks files, task underscore file. So here we are created variable to store the location of the JSON file where task will be saved. The load underscore task function loads the existing task from the file if it is exist, and save the task function write task back to the file. Right. So now we have to add another extra functions to add a tasks. So now add task. So let's write tasks. So here we are taking task, we are taking task. Okay. So now task underscore description. Nah. So task which is equals to load underscore tasks. So because we are taking load underscore task here, we are calling over. Okay. So task equals to description task underscore description. For complete, completed. If the task is completed, then we are returning false. Tasks dot append task save underscore tasks. So in that we are taking tasks. So after that we are printing task. So let's take this double-headed comma. Fine. Let's go with single dot. Task. Now we are taking task underscore description. Add. So we have to be careful over here, otherwise it will throw error. Tasks. Okay, this is task only. Let me check. We are having some error over here. Okay, now it's fine. So now, so what exactly we have done? We have created one function add underscore task. It will take a task description as an input, load the current tasks, add a new task with a false value for a completed, and save the uploaded list to the task. Okay, so now how to list the task? So for that, we have to write another one function to list the task. For that, def list underscore task. So tasks, which is equals to load underscore task. Now, if not exist, if not tasks, then print no tasks to display. Else, print task list. For that, we're using for idx, comma, task in enumerate tasks 1. Status is completed if task completed. Else, pending. So next, we are printing idx, right? So dot task description. Okay, so basically, okay, description, status. Okay. So now, so what I've done is we have created a function called list underscore task. It will retrieve and print all the tasks in a list. If there is no tasks, it shows a message saying no task to display. Each task listed with the current status. Fine. So now we have to write another one function to mark a task as completed. So for that, again, we are creating another one function. So def complete underscore task. So inside that we are taking task number. Okay. So now again I'm taking another one variable, local variable to load the. Okay, let's take task over here to load underscore tasks. If task underscore number is less than or equal to length of the tasks and task number is greater than a 0, we are doing tasks task underscore a number -1 completed. So we are marking it as true. After that, we have to save the tasks. So that we have to print task, take one space, task underscore a number mark as completed. So at the end else part, we can write print invalid task number. So it exactly we are done is, so the complete underscore task is a function that will take the task number, check if the task exists and mark it as completed by setting the completed field to true. Completed field is to true. The updated list is saved. Okay, now to handle the command line argument, so let's run this and let's see. So now we are writing the command line argument. So for that, def main, we have created one function def main. So now further we are using the library arg parse dot argument parser description, which is equals to simple task manager CLI. After that, what exactly we are doing is, again we are defining the sub commands for all, for add, list and complete. Define sub command for add, list and complete. So now sub parser parser dot add argument add sub parser add sub parser the best. So we have to pass command. So now we are creating a sub command for adding task. So parser underscore add sub parser dot add parser. So we have to give the name. So we are giving the name as add, right? And so here I'm taking help, add a new task. Now again the parser add dot add argument. So now add underscore argument tasks, comma help is equals to description of the task to add. So again we are creating subcommand for listing the tasks. Right. So for that sub parse dot add underscore parse. So then argument is a list. Here again I'm taking a help list all task. Right. So again we are having undefined add. Okay. So okay. Oh, sorry. I have to be writing. So now we're again we're writing a sub command for completing task. Okay. So for completing task. For that parser underscore complete. Sub parser that add parser. So for the name, complete. Again, we are taking help. Mark a task as completed. Parser, sorry, parser underscore complete dot add argument. So again, we are taking task underscore number. Here I'm taking type as a integer, and again, sorry, this not should be not single quote, should be like type is integer. After that, I'm taking help task number to mark. Okay, so now mark as completed. So we have another extra parts, the argument. We have so the arcs which is equals to parser, so parser dot parts underscore arc. After that, we have to call the appropriate business function on the subcommand. So let's call the appropriate function based on subcommand. So if arcs dot command is equals to and so clicks. So add underscore task arcs dot task. Elif arc dot command list underscore tasks. Elif arc dot command complete. So for that, complete underscore task arcs dot task underscore number. else parser dot print underscore help. So now if name equals equal to main print main. So now we have a library called rpars. So with the help of that, we defined three commands: add, list, and complete, which the users can call them, which can user call from the command line. Depend on the command, the corresponding function is executed. So let me we have an error. Let me check. So this is- okay. If name name. Okay, let me run this, but before that, again, we got error. So let me check. Okay, just to be arcs. Here also arcs. Here undefined list tasks. Task because yeah, where I guess we start. Okay, let me check from the start, just for a quick revision. Okay, so okay, almost it's correct. Somewhere I have missed. Okay, so from here we can continue from the next session. So okay, so first, what exactly you have to do here is Now what exactly done is we have just built a simple task manager that allow us to add tasks, list them, mark them as a completed. Although the command lines, this project demonstrated how to use our parts model to manage the different commands and how to work with the files and JSON to parse data between a program runs. CLI tools like this one are powerful because they allow automation and interact without needing any graphical interface. So now try modify the script, add a new features like deleting task, adding new task. The possible are endless. So here the possibilities are endless. Once you're comfortable with this, you can explore more advanced topics like error handling, logging, or even building Python packages. So guys, please try this by your own. Okay. So try to write it manually. Don't copy paste from anywhere. Okay. So we will continue this from next task. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining.